Now, you've got a book coming out, Read to Lead, and I just got a chance to read it. And one of the things that really surprised me right off the bat is that you said you went through your 20s and 30s where you didn't really touch a book.
Yeah.
And even before that, though, you talk about in your book that not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers.
Yeah.
And so what was the impact of not being a reader in your 20s and 30s on your life and career?
Well, I didn't go anywhere. Let's put it that way. Not much happened. I was, just sort of stagnant in my job and not, I had not have gotten to a place, Jerry, where I really appreciated what it meant to be a lifelong learner. I left school, college, and my attitude was, well, thank goodness learning is done now. I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to read stuff I've been forced to read anymore. And that's why I went through my 20s and on into my early 30s not reading. And it took sort of being introduced serendipitously to business books in my early 30s where I went, oh, wait a minute, you mean people smarter than me have taken their knowledge and put it. I mean, it's embarrassing to admit, I just wasn't aware that was out there. It was genres of books that I did not appreciate or did not know existed. And so that was a time in my life, even though someone attempted to introduce those types of books to me in my early 20s, in my early 30s, I was ready. They say when the student is ready, the master will appear or something like that. And
saw that in a Kung Fu movie.
Yeah, that was the case for me. And I just ate it up. And Seth Godin's Purple Cow was one of those first books for me. And so I just became quickly a voracious reader. It was a love for reading was something I had as a child, and my mom instilled that in me and read to me and my siblings and would take us to the library and those sorts of things. But school, honestly, educated out of me the desire to want to read. And that's not a knock on teachers. My sister's a teacher. Some of the most impactful people in my life have been teachers. But school just had a way of drilling that out of me, and it took that serendipitous sort of planets and stars aligning for me to fall back into it again. I do appreciate, the so much more now than I did years previous, just understanding the value of, regardless of where you're at in life, there are topics that interest you, there are people that interest you, there's maybe times in history that interest you, whatever it might be. There are books on all of those things. Think of a topic, a person, whatever, a place. There are books written about that thing. Start there if you're not a reader currently. And as long as you're letting your interests guide you, reading is never going to be boring for you.